What's up, everybody? It's your boy Slipher, the Sky Dragon, back at it again. We just running a test real quick, trying to make sure things are actually working the way they're supposed to. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Slipher, the Sky Dragon, back at it again. We just running a test real quick, trying to make sure things are actually. So we are actually going to be uh, running this. This is going to be a things I wish I knew broadcast. I don't actually have any music playing. I'm just running a test real quick. I know you guys haven't seen me in a while, so I might not actually play the game right this second. I've just been kind of testing stuff, so I'm going to go here, load this up real quick. I haven't actually been on my account in a while, so I just want to make sure the games actually work. I want to make sure when I do actually come back for this live stream that I actually have everything kind of going. I've been taking little like notes here and there just to kind of pick up where I left off. The game is actually running now. I know I had a 100 days kind of planned out. So I'm just going to click on some stuff. I'm just going to make sure all the sound stuff works before I actually run the things I wish I knew before I started playing PalWorld. So we're going to just kind of. Normally, I have like all my little buttons ready to go. Normally, there's music playing in the background. This is just a test. I just wanted to try to get back into doing not necessarily game reviews, but just kind of game walkthroughs. A lot of people have been like wondering when the new release is coming. It's actually coming here pretty quick. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for joining me again. I was going through my account. I noticed some people unsubscribed. I've been kind of going through some things in my life at the moment. Um, just trying to pay bills, girlfriend issues, you know, having to deal with baby mama drama. So I was kind of a little bit depressed and just kind of not feeling like doing live streams anymore. But as of tomorrow, because today is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. If you're stopping by during the live, if you're actually just reviewing the video because you've been on my channel before, like I said, this is not the normal where I have the starting soon. I got music playing. I got, other stuff going on. I've just kind of been trying to update my software, update the computer. I'm just gonna kind of click on here. I just want to make sure like the game sounds are working and stuff. This is the account that we're actually going to be doing the things I wish I knew. I might actually do it on this other account since I have more stuff already like readily available. I'm already capped out at 65. So I might start with this one because this is my newest, oldest account. As you can see, I have 4 accounts on here. So I have the second one on the list. Every time you start one of your games, it always puts that one at the very top of your list. So it can let you know, hey, this was the last account you were playing on. So I might actually start with the new island account, just to kind of be like, okay, this is where this is where that is, this is how I got here, this is how I got there, and basically like run through uh, what kind of things you should be looking for as far as like beginning your run. I don't know if I actually want to start a new game or continue on with this 100 days account, the Slipher's Island. I might actually do a separate series, like kind of late night, to just play and just be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. These are my settings and stuff like that, because you can pretty much set this game up the way you want to run it. If you do play the game like in a harder mode or an expert, or you're just playing the game just the way the settings are, a lot of this stuff will still work for you. But if you're gonna go through some of the settings, I will actually go back and be like, these are my personal settings. There are a lot of settings in there that make the game super, super easy. So, if you're just trying to blast through the game real quick and just be like, hey, let me see what everything's about before I jump into like hard mode or expert mode, or just playing the game the way the settings are, this will kind of give you stuff to look forward to be like, hey, this is where I want to go at some point. And if I'm going to be playing the game regularly, I'm not going to mess with any settings. This is where I should probably start. So I'm just going to click on here. I'm going to see if the game settings actually work. I should probably plug my headset sound into my headset, but I'm just going to turn the sound up uh, on my stereo. Hopefully, I'm going to see if I can actually hear this when it starts. Like I said, this is just a test. A lot of my old fans. Okay, yeah. So I can hear it here. I just want to make sure I can hear it over here. Hear this when it starts. Like I said, this is just a test. A lot of my old fans. Okay, yeah. So I can hear it here. Okay, so I can hear it on this. You guys will be able to hear it also. So as far as like moving around and stuff, like you guys will be able to hear the sounds and all that. I just wanted to make sure I kind of got all of that taken care of. I've been kind of going through and like looking up best locations for stuff. Like I said, you guys see me in basically my sleep attire. This is basically due to the fact that, where is it? Okay. Uh, Me just kind of like, I'm barely getting out of like my depression kind of mode. I'm finally starting to get back into wanting to do tutorials again. So the first one that I'm going to do, like the title says, things I wish I knew before I started playing PalWorld. This kind of like will get everybody like ready to go. Oh, excuse me. But I'm going to jump back this way, see what I have to do for right now. I actually have to be at work in a few hours, so I'm just going to kind of run through some stuff. So now that I know that the sound actually works, I'm going to turn that down on the TV so we're not getting double sound. You won't hear it from my microphone and the game as well. So coming back here, as you can see, I don't visit this base very often, but in the beginning tutorial, I'm going to be starting out here. Like I said, in the things I wish I knew, uh, I'm going to hold on. Let's see, what can we make? Might as well make all of those. My guys are starving and injured. That means they wasted all of their. Let's drop that. We'll drop that. I'm just looking for food stuff to drop. I have been noticing that they have been putting on and taking off like the timers for like food stuff. It doesn't seem like they actually are going to keep that as a setting. I don't know for sure. We're just going to drop some of the stuff we're not actually using at the moment. Some of these things will go back to the base, to my main base, which is going to be another part of the tutorial where you guys can go in and basically, like I said, it might be in a couple of parts. I want to try to do it in like one video. It's not going to be cut up. It's probably going to be during a live stream where I'm out here playing and just kind of hanging out. But yeah, see, everybody's following me because they're starving. Everybody's kind of a little bit hungry. And I don't really have much stuff to feed them because I don't normally come back to this base. So these guys are always kind of hungry and starving because I really don't use this base too much anymore. This is kind of like the where I started out kind of area. And I'll actually jump back to my other base. Hopefully they're not starving. So actually when I do start out, I'm going to show you guys like where I actually start out, because you don't start off there. You always start at the plateau of beginnings. So from the plateau of beginnings, you're going to have to, you know, you're going to have to, where did it go? So from the plateau of beginnings, you're going to have to kind of go up this way. I suggest you go from the plateau of beginnings, you try to go to Sunlit Isle, and then just travel along the water until you get up to the Eastern Wild Islands. There is a trick to kind of open up some of these fast travel points. So at the very beginning, if you just hit respawn, which basically like murks your guy, it will pop up these like little triangle kind of locations. Those are like it'll show you like one here, it'll show you a couple of these. I don't know if it's this one or this one, but it'll show you like little spots that you can travel to and pick up these fast travel points. So you might want to kind of at least do that so you can pick up the fast travel points, you know, and most of them are going to be like on this outside area. There's going to be a few of them like kind of in this middle spot. So you want to try to pick up those fast travel points like right away. Just go grab one, hit respawn, grab the next one, hit respawn, grab. And every time you do this, as long as you have it set to create a save point like every 5 minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes, or it's like 5 to 15. I do it on 5 because I play a lot, and sometimes like I have to go, like when I have to go to work, so I'll just click out and I'm like, shoot, did that, you know, save everything I just did. So I like to set it at that 5 minute mark So that way it's basically always saving everything I do, and it's like constantly creating like that. Come on, bro. It's constantly creating the save point for you. Because the longer you have it set, if you do something, if you are doing something and then you like have to go, or you have to, turn it off, unexpectedly, or like let's say the power goes out or whatever, whatever you just did in that 15 to 30 minutes, if you have it set that high, it's not going to save that. So when you do go back to playing your game, it's not actually going to be there. You're going to have to do it all over again. But this is, for right now, this is like my main area. I haven't really, I put down a couple of these new boxes because they have like more spots. This is basically my 99.99 spot. This is where I keep all my 99 materials. I try to take out all the ones that are like, like these fives. Your guys will put stuff in here that, they're over there kind of creating materials. So it's like sulfur and pure quartz and stone and wood. So your gatherers will like always be constantly, gathering stuff and, putting it in your box. Whichever box is kind of like dictated to that specific material, your guys will come over here and they'll just drop it in. So unless you lock this box up so they can't put it in there, they will go to like the next closest box, and if that box doesn't have space, it'll just move to the next box. See it like right here, you got your, palladium, I think it's called palladium, but like palladium, horns, daisy cloud, coal, these are just things that they randomly pick up from like doing their job. So I like try to come in here and kind of clean this out every once in a while. This box is kind of like designated to stuff that I really don't use at the moment. Like I don't use these coarse bullets anymore. This is rifle ammo, but I don't really use like the old school rifle ammos. I use like the laser rifle, or I use the grenade launcher or the rocket launcher. Once you start upgrading your bows, you'll end up having to upgrade your arrows, so you won't need these anymore. I know I'm kind of going through it right now. I really don't mean to. Like I said, this is just a test. I wanted to make sure all of my sounds were working. I wanted to make sure I was able to, that you guys would be able to hear me. I haven't played any music yet. I will be doing a short test later. That video it will go up as a live, but it'll probably get deleted out of my account, so you probably won't see that. So I don't actually know if the music is working at the moment. So we do have a 999 to put away. So we're going to go ahead and put this 999 away. I'm going to have to go to a couple of other boxes right now. Okay, so that one was in there. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this one in there too? Yep, that one's in there too. So you'll see numbers in the bottom right corners of these. So once you get 5 of the specific types, so this one is uncommon, this one is rare, and then if you come over here, you'll see like the epics and the legendaries. See how like my guys will just drop in random things in an empty spot. But so like you'll get 5 of these, you'll make a blue one, you'll get 5 blue ones, you'll make a purple, you get 5 purple, you'll make a gold. So every time you're out and about and you hear the supply drop, if you go and grab the supplies, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get some schematic, you're going to get Maybe some of these training manuals. Maybe you'll get like, I mean, not necessarily Xenoloord, but you'll get like some fragments of one of the fragment bosses, and then like these Pal Souls. Sometimes you'll get t-shirts, rings, and so you'll get stuff. But once you get to that point in the game where like a lot of these things are just, you know, sellable items. So for like me, this is sellable, this is sellable. We'll go back to this box. So I drop these in here along with those. And that, and then this over here, back to the sellables. We'll drop in the sellables again. So when I need money, I'll come over here and I'll sell like these pendants, all these things that I'm not using. I know the horns, they're used for medicine, but 9 times out of 10, like, I'll always have like a buttload of gold. So I will just buy the stuff I need to buy. If my guy will stop running around so I can catch him for a second. But I'll come to my guy. I'll buy the things I need to buy. That's kind of funny. Oh, yeah, okay. So this is my ammo guy. So, you know, there is a guy that you can capture that sells all the, well, not all of, but majority of the ammo that you need. Some people will say it's a waste of gold to buy it when you can actually make it. That's why you have the sulfur mine and all that. That's to help you build ammo. But the only thing about that is at some point you're going to get flush with gold. So you could just buy the stuff that you need and sell the things that you don't need. I have been kind of like capping these areas, like not capping, but like kind of blocking in these areas so that way I can know what's in that specific area. I can go in and do what I need to do. So I need to get the chromite, auto assign. I'm gonna let those guys go to work. This is basically like a little thing you can send your guys on to do. It's an expedition station, so you can send your guys on missions and they'll come back with like stuff that you need. So you're going to need these ancient civilization parts, you're going to need the ancient civilization cores, and you're going to need the chromite for the higher tier armors and weapons and stuff. So you're going to want to get that kind of set up as quick as you possibly can. So I need quartz and I need coralum ore. So these are like the 2 highest ingots. You're always going to have accessibility to these once you get to a certain point. But you're just going to want to make sure you guys have like all of your stuff kind of set up. I left this kind of area open, but not open. If I didn't put these walls up, it would just, you guys would see like all of these. So I kind of closed it in. For this area, I actually added an upper part where I can condense my guys, you know, make them 5-star, and make them 5-star, hopefully get all of the passives that I want, and then I just drop them into here, so that way, like, you know, I can have the best ones when I need to do breeding. So right now, these guys are breeding to make more of these little fishy guys, because they're probably going to be one of your best base pals. I think it starts off like at level 3 kindling. Is it level 3 kindling? Hold on one second. I think it's level 3 kindling and level 4 watering, but I might be mistaken. Yeah, level 3 kindling, level 4 watering, and level 2 transport. The transporting, I'm not worried about that, because a lot of the other guys that you have in your base will actually be doing the transporting, like Anubis and Bastigor. I think Bastigor has... So Anubis has handiwork, mining, and transporting. Basically, which just means boxing up your stuff. So they'll go grab anything loose on the floor. Why are you hungry? What is going on here, buddy? Oh, no food. Okay, let's take this out. Oop. Yes. Okay, let's get everybody fed before they start complaining. Always make sure you have a fridge. The other day, these had timers on them. I don't know if they're going to be putting timers back on the food. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, makes you feed your guys faster, but then it's also like a waste of food. Like, I think when you put it in this big fridge, it shouldn't have a timer, but if you put it in like here, I think the timer would be okay, especially if they're not, you know, constantly eating. But it's kind of like a back and forth, so you just gotta be selective in where you leave stuff. So I don't mind leaving the berries in here for them to eat berries, but I really wish they would come over here and just eat the food, because berries will replenish the hunger bar for them, but it doesn't like give them any sanity. So, you know, like I said, it's just kind of one of those things where you gotta kind of go with the flow. I don't know why this guy is stuck here. It's probably because he's hungry. So here, why don't you go? Why don't you go eat something? Why are you stuck? There he goes. Why is he going? Okay, so he's going to go over there and try to eat berries. So let's remove. Bro. Let's remove said items. So now there's no food in there. You guys should be eating over here, bro. Like, I'm getting really sick of putting stuff in that other bin, because then they just go over there to eat, and all the high quality food doesn't get eaten. So I might just take that box out and just have them put everything in that one box. Over there, I might have to change it. Oh man, I hate when that happens. Okay, let's show that. So from now on, they're going to run way over there. They're going to go eat out of that one specific box. So what I'm going to have to do is change. Wait a minute. I thought I just destroyed that. Didn't I get the materials back for that? I should have gotten the materials back for that. Did I miss something? No. Okay. Like I said, this is just a test run. I have to go to work in a bit. I just wanted to make sure, you know, things were going to go according to plan. I'm going to have to change that around. I hate when that happens. It's kind of like a controller mishap. But I always end up having to do this because my controller likes to get away from me. I think I have like a stick drift issue, and so when I'm trying to do stuff, it like, I don't even know why I have coursed ammo. I shouldn't even have that. It should just be the regular bullets, shotgun ammo, rifle ammo, and then missiles. Actually, I think I'm gonna move this up there. Where did it go? shotgun there. Oh, I need to put rifle ammo. That. I think a couple of these things I picked up along the way. Alright. So we'll drop. God, I hate doing this. It takes so long. Shotgun. Machine gun. Oops. Machine gun. Yeah, machine gun. Where is my... Am I actually wearing it? Oh no, okay, there it is. This. Drop that right there. Alright. These go here. Health potions back up here. Alright, so we're going to start putting these materials back where they go. Well, not where they go, but just out of the way. They're going to get put back where they go pretty soon, hopefully. And then we'll drop this here, and this here. Okay. So now all of this stuff I need to put away. Perfect. Alright. So now they have food. They got everything they need. Let's see what's 260. Let's go ahead and make that right here. So that way they'll always have food. Got 11 burgers. I need to make some cakes for sure. My guys are not producing more guys, so I need to make some cake. I need to grab all of this out of here so they don't continue to eat it. And like I said, while you're playing the game, you want to kind of make sure you go back to your base and like collect the things that you don't want them to eat. Oh, it's my alarm. I was like, what is ringing? What is ring-a-la-dingin'? Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I just had to get the hit the alarm on my phone. But yeah, like I said, this is basically just a test run to make sure we have everything up and running. I was doing a lot of program balancing. I still don't know why I can't make that box. I should have got everything back for that, but apparently I didn't. So I'm going to have to find... Actually, I don't have to find. He's probably asleep. So, where is... There we go. Pull him out for a second. Drop him back in. He's going to fall right behind me. I need ice organs. Let's go ahead and grab like 500. Just so we don't have to do it again later. Oh, I hate when that happens. Okay. So, now... And the only reason why I'm doing that is because this box will hold more items than this box, so the food won't get just left on the ground. And oops, no, I'm not trying to do that. Put just food back, but it gives it more slots. That way it can put your food stuff in there. What's up, everybody? Thank you for stopping by for a second. This is just a test, so I'm glad you guys are here for it. But like I said, just make sure when you do have the ability to make the frozen food box that you actually do it, because it will hold a lot more food other than your fridge, because your fridge is going to actually hold, you know, a few more slots of stuff, food stuff, keep it cold. So when you can make the bigger storage boxes, always do that. Make sure you're moving your the materials that you don't want them to be eating, because they will just eat whatever you leave in the box. So if you leave stuff in there and you're out roaming around, they'll just eat whatever, and they always eat from left to right. So whatever's in that first slot, they're just gonna eat that. So if it's like a berry or, you know, milk or whatever, it's going to take away from like you being able to make cakes or burgers or whatever you're making. So just always kind of try to go back to whatever singular box you have all of this stuff going into, and just kind of pull it out and just leave like your prepped food in there. So like I have 72 of these, so I'm gonna grab those, open the box up, drop these in there just to make sure they have food all the time. I know I missed one, the guy just put it in there, but it's fine, it's whatever. It's whatever. But I've already basically completed the entire map, which is the reason why I kind of want to start a new one and be like, hey, you know, things that I wish I knew beforehand. Because for me, I always like starting here near the eastern wild islands, and then I always come to this spot. So it's 478 negative 144. I start here because when you first start out the game, you don't have a lot of gold, but you do have access to like wood and rocks. So we're gonna grab these. I do have a chest over there, but I don't know if I'm gonna have all of this stuff over there. So I'm just gonna try and grab a few things. Obviously they haven't made very much, so I'm gonna go into my guild chest. I don't really need too many of these. Just grab a few of those. Oopsie. Grab a few of these. And you can go right over here. I like to go up to the highest point because then I can get to where I need to get to quickly. But right near that spot, you're going to come over here. You're going to see the Black Marketeer. This is where you can buy random pals. He'll always have random pals for you. I am going to go through a list of best base pals, so you won't have to worry about like, oh, what do I spend my money on? You'll just have to, you know, watch out and see if he actually drops those specific pals you're looking for in the beginning. So this guy, you want to spin this so the trap, so the trap is like right near his feet, so you'll catch him up and go back over to food. Drop this here. Oops, not that guy. Come back, come back, come back. Drop this guy so he builds that. You'll see right up here, you'll see under his name, he's actually his health is dropping. So for this to work the right way, you don't want to start attacking him right away. Like, you want to make sure you wait till the last bit of like health is there right before you hit him, because if you don't hit him at least one time with something, he won't drop the gold and he won't drop the keys. So he's going to drop gold coins and gold keys. You're going to need those to open the gold chests, and you're going to need the money, obviously, to buy stuff throughout the game. But if you hit him anywhere right before it takes him out, you're going to trigger the Palpedia police or the Pal police, whatever. They're going to start attacking you. This guy's going to send out his pal to start attacking you. I think it's it's like that little knocked bird with the pointy hat and the weird, mask. So you don't want to hit him until like right before, like right now. So he's getting there, so we're going to kind of just watch this real quick. And then right here, bam. Says criminal activity underway, but it doesn't actually send out the PAL police. So that's kind of how you avoid that. So I got 3 keys. Did I not pick up the gold? I might have picked it up already. But I think it was like 30,000 gold or something like that. 25,000 gold. I don't remember exactly. And I wasn't paying attention to the number when it scrolled on the left side of the screen. But it drops anywhere from like 15,000 to like 30 to 40,000 gold. So it's a quick way for you to get money up like real quick. You also have like this jet stream that'll help you get back to your base, pretty quickly. And then the one thing you're gonna want to look for, because my other base, my main base, the one that has the 3 oil nodes, is also gonna have like 6 oil nodes, because I'm gonna build a secondary base like right next to it, which is actually on this little island right here. So right now I have my 3 oil nodes already, churning out, pretty good oil. So, in the very beginning, you want to come up here and you want to kind of establish this base right here. There are other locations for those black marketeers. There's a couple that are the black marketeers in a cave, so you can kind of set up right outside the cave. I like this one better because it's not that far of a, it's not that far of a run. Like, you set up your base right here. This is going to be your beginning spot. And then he's like right over there. Like, the tunnel's like right there, and he's right outside. You don't have to go through a tunnel, make a left, make a right, make a left, make a right, and then, finally get to him. He's like just right there, and you're just like, all right, boom, set up your trap, get him trapped up, set up your fire, get it knocking down his health, and then right before he's eliminated. I'm trying to think of another word, because I hate when I say the other word and they're like, oh, you get demonetized because you're saying words. So right before he gets eliminated, I guess is the word I'm going to have to try to, be like, I need to be on that word and just stick with that word. So right before he gets eliminated, tap him one time with your strongest weapon. Like I said, it should just say, blah, 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 whatever, detected, you doing something wrong. But if you do it way too early, it's going to send out the PAL police, and they're going to start attacking you. The vendor's going to send out his guy, and that's going to start attacking you. And you don't want that when you very first start your game out. Like, you want to try to avoid that as much as possible. So just wait till like the bar's like almost completely gone, and then just get that last little bit of, knock that last little bit of health out. It'll eliminate him. He'll drop the keys, he'll drop the gold, and you'll start stacking up gold, pretty fast. The way to get him to come back is to just go to your options screen, hit respawn. Because once he's gone, if you don't do this, he's not going to respawn. So the way to get that to, if you're trying to like farm it real quick, like, see, these are those little upside down triangles I was talking about. So When you first start the game, your screen is going to be black, but you will see these upside down triangles kind of like all over the map. So you can kind of hit those spots up. Every time you open a fast travel, so when you change it from like the orangish gold hue to the blue, which means you can actually use it, you'll get skill points. Let's see. Oh, and just make sure this is not set to the plateau beginnings, is it? I thought I did that already. Maybe it always leaves the plateau beginnings ones like that. I thought I had this already. Yeah, I do. So I mean, that's kind of cool. It gave me a chance to show you what that actually looks like. So you'll want to come back to the plateau of beginnings and then fast travel back to that base. And then once you fast travel back to your base, it should reset him. So we're going to travel back here real quick. And if you want to stay up in the air longer, if you just keep redeploying your thing, it'll keep you up in the air longer. But there he is. He's back again. He'll also have a new set of pals, so you can just talk to him real quick. Check out the pals. You'll want to get the bee guards if they have them, the Moose Arena if they have them, the Chickapees if they have them. This one, I think, drops coins. It might drop the little ice balls that you need. I forget what they're called. But, so then you just do it again, set the trap, get them in the trap, light the campfire, yada yada. So you can just keep doing that. Like, once you get the base set up, you won't have anything, like, extravagant like how I have right now. But once you get that base, like the little base area set up, and then you can just repeat that a couple times till you get, like, about 100,000, and then you'll have money. You can go to your merch if you have merches. If not, you can go to the map and you can go to like the little settlements. No, not that one. Where's it at? This one? No. I'm trying to find the other one for you guys. Where that merch is at. No. 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 Huh. It should be the small settlement. I don't know why it's not popping up. Maybe it's... No. There it is. So it's going to be right here. So you can go to the small settlement. This one is only going to have... I believe it's the fire one. I think this guy only sells the fire things. What the heck are they called again? Oh, so he has electric organs and flame organs. So you can just come here to the small settlement, talk to him. He'll give you those. Once you get up high enough, you can just capture him here. It's going to take a bit. Hold on, let me see if I can just show you how it's done real quick. Where'd he go? Oh, also, if you're a high level, always make sure you put your Ring of Mercy on so you don't kill him. So you don't end him. Sorry. Make sure you have your highest spheres on, and then just boom, try to catch him. This is also going to set off the PAL police, so just try to get him caught as quickly as possible. 1, 2, 3. Alright, get out of my way. Get out of my way. Bro, get out of my... Get out of my way. Thank you. And then if you want to get rid of that wanted sign, you can use any one of your flying pals and just go all the way up to the ceiling. Just go all the way up to the ceiling, get rid of that. So if you're trying to catch like all 3 of them, but you don't want to like keep getting shot at while you're doing it, just go up to the ceiling. I mean, in the beginning you're gonna have slow mounts, so this is probably gonna take a minute, but so you just go up here, kind of like roam around until your wanted goes away, and then you can go back down to that spot, and you can capture any one of the merchants that's here. There's also the, I think it's called the PAL Ecological Researcher. I'm not sure. Like I said, when I actually do this tutorial the way it's supposed to be done, like, you guys will have like a better idea of the things that you need to have in the very beginning. Right now I'm kind of just playing just to play. Is that who this guy is? Yeah, the PAL Ecological Researcher. He's one of the guys that'll give you missions. You can cap him too and like put him in your base. A lot of your humans that you catch, they also have let's see, where am I trying to go? They also have skills that you can use at your base. So having them in your base, they also work. They don't just walk around. So if you walk up here and you see my base, stab my weapons dealer. This is the one that has all of the upgraded ammo. This is the 420 guy. He's the green merch. He basically just has the regular green merch stuff. This is electric fire, so it has the electric and the fire organs. This is the ice organ guy. And this is Dog the Bounty Hunter. This is where you turn in your bounty tokens. That guy can also be pretty much caught at like every little town where you go to find your humans. So if you just get one of each for like all your bases, and you make sure that you have it set up to where you always have like your little human squad. That's why all my humans are up here first. So like if I need to get to one right away, I can pull this to a blank page, drop him in here, drop him back, turn around, and he's right there, and I can just grab him real quick and grab whatever I need. I think I actually do need to do this though, because back at my other base, my guys are injured, and I don't think I have any of these here. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna go back to this base. They're hungry, they're starving, they're dying, they're unaliving. I hate that word. That is so dumb. Like, people are so sensitive nowadays with birds. It's like you can't even speak English to anybody anymore. Yeah, so they don't have it, so we'll drop these in there. They will go and cure themselves. The rest of these guys are just starving. I don't actually have any food for anybody right this second. They're basically chowing everything. And this base is not set up for me to actually be like making a ton of food. I could just do this for right now. Let the, hopefully the fire guy is not starving to death. Hopefully he'll come over here and do some of these eggs up so I can get these guys fed. See, like, they don't even want to come up here and work. Like, I'm gonna see if I can grab this dude and just toss him into the spot so he'll actually do it. Yeah, see, they're super hungry. They're not even gonna do it. Do it. Do it. If you want to eat, do it. Like, you're over here starving, but you don't want to do what I'm telling you. I mean, I get it. Like, they're starving and they don't want to work. So let's drop this in here instead. Wow, you're the only one that's not starving, huh? Well, that's good, though. That's perfect. Grab some more of these. Then once everybody's not starving and not injured and all that, Boom. I mean, right now I just have all the basic pals I've always had at this base. Everybody's just kind of munching their life away because they're starving. So I need to make sure there's enough food here so they'll stop eating like the milk and the eggs and all that and just be content. Like they're almost at the point of being content. Just need to make sure there's enough eggs in here. So yeah, like they're all gonna eat until they're not starving or hungry anymore. Depressed and fractured. The thing to do with that is make sure you have these little spas so they can come relax in the spas. The higher grade spas you have, the less they'll be like fractured or injured in any way. There's only 11 left. Okay. I just basically used up all my eggs, but that's fine. So drop these in here. So there's plenty of eggs. There's plenty of stuff. I don't know why they're not healing themselves. They should. Oh, they are healing themselves. Okay. So once you drop the medicine in, the high grade medicine supplies, they should come over here and basically cure themselves. You shouldn't have to do that manually anymore. See how the depression and hunger and stuff is going away? So like they'll take their meds and then they'll be good to go, you know. They'll stop being depressed, they'll stop having broken limbs, and then they will come back over here and they'll jump in the spas and they'll get their sand back up, which is basically their sanity. They'll get their sand back up and you'll be alright. After you do most of that, you get your money up, and you're basically just going out capturing pals, breeding. I don't think I have any. Oh, I do have cakes in here. I think I'm gonna take the cakes out of here because I'm not using this spot for breeding right this second. I'm actually gonna go back to my main base. I'm gonna drop these in my main base. Let's go here, drop these in my main base. Because I'm trying to get my fishy guys up to max level 4. So once I get them into max level 4s, I'm going to make sure I have a set for each base. And it will have, I think this base might be set up all the way. Let me see. Yes. So it's got 5 humans. So you got the weapons dealer. You got the green merch for everything else. Basically your medicine. You have electric and fire, so you can get your electric and fire organs. Your ice one for your ice organs, and dog, the bounty hunter, which is where you can turn in your bounty tokens and exchange those for whatever you need, like the I forget what they're called. This for your, like, to change your passives. You can get extra passives. That's usually what you want to buy from the bounty guy. Get all the passives that you need right away, and then use your tokens for anything else after that. So I'm gonna grab him real quick because he's gonna run away. So you can get your tech manuals to get your tech points up. I wouldn't suggest that right away. You want to try to get these as quick as possible. Artisan is going to be the one you want right away. A lot of people want muscle head because they want to build up their fighting pals. But the one that you really need is going to be artisan, because it I think it gives like 25. I think it's like 25. Let's check out that passive real quick. Which one has it? This guy. So, oh, 50. So Artisan gives you 50. Remarkable Craftsmanship gives you 75. Nocturnal makes sure that they're working constantly. And then this one can be changed. I think there's another one that's a little bit higher. It's either 25 or 30. But this will give you like 75, 125, 175. So you have 175 work speed. So these guys are just smashing out tasks like whenever you set them to do something, or like if you're trying to build something. What I do need right now is polymer. Let's see if I have the stuff for that. I do. 300. That's perfect. So you see your Anubis guys will come over here and just start banging it out. So the quicker you can get these done, the faster you'll have materials, the faster you'll be able to build up your town. So they're actually going pretty quick. I think. Ooh, wait, what? Oh, you guys are hungry already? Alright, I'll just throw my Anubis out here. I mean, he's not going to be as fast, but as the characters go back and forth, like I said, right now they're pretty hungry. They're on a short break. They're replenishing their sand and all that. But eventually, like I said, once they finish eating, once they finish, taking a nice hot spring, they'll come and they'll finish up your stuff. But like I said, tomorrow, or well, I'm not gonna say tonight because I don't get off until 2 a.m. So probably tomorrow morning, I'm going to start the Things I Wish I Knew project. So I'll probably do it for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and I'll start, on a good account, probably this account because I have everything. And then I'll just go through the motions of the stuff that you need to have like set up in your base. But it is already 5 o'clock. I have to be at work in like 2 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off right here. Actually, I should probably just exit the game. And every time you exit the game and return to title, it will create a save point. So try not to just turn your machine off or exit out of the game. Because if your 5-minute mark hasn't passed yet, it's not going to create that save point. So just make sure you exit out of the game and go back to